alive and in charge of my faculties at the moment. Thank God for all of his blessings and his grace. You know, as we live and go through different issues and phases of life, we kind of wonder, how did we get in certain situations? Well, I came up with today's title, Don't Be Deceived or Fooled. And I began to look up some scriptures, and I went to Matthew 24:4 and 5. And Jesus answered and said to them, take heed that no one deceive you. For many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. 24:11, then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many. So I went down to Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are raving wolves. The Amplifier said, Jesus answered them by be careful that no one mislead you, deceive you, and lead you into an error. 5, for many will come and say, I am the Christ, and they will lead and mislead many astray. Now, when I look at all that, and I'm saying, well, he's warning us. Sometimes we get in situations we say, I wasn't warned. I didn't know. But he warned you. He said, not one, not two, many will come. He told them they will act like one thing when they'll be another. Don't be fooled. Jesus said that there will be many people who claim to be Jesus and then warn us not to be fooled. He warned us. You know, I didn't know. You ever walk in a building and you see beware? You know, and you go to somebody's house sometimes, there's a big sign on the gate, beware, there's a dog. So don't say, well, the dog bit me. The sign said, beware, there's a dog. That's because you don't see that dog. Don't mean the dog is not there. You know, and I began to think about all of that, and I went to Adam and Eve. They were cast out of the garden because what? They allowed themselves to be deceived or fooled. Samson, as strong as he was, all the strength that he had, he allowed himself to be fooled. And he lost his strength and his life. So don't allow yourself to be fooled. Don't get caught up and saying, well, you know, that could be true. Most of us know a lie when we hear one. Now, it all depends on who's telling the lie sometimes. Well, you know, that I knew he was lying, but I don't know so much if she was lying or not. Did you see the way she smiled? I don't care if she was smiling, he wasn't smiling, they were lying. And you got to get to a place that we understand what truth is. Truth lasts for always. A lie come and go. And I looked and I thought about a lot of things. And I came to Luke 21:8. And he said, take heed that you not be deceived, for many will come in my name, saying, I am he, and the time has drawn near. Therefore, do not follow them. Now look, there are people who say, no, look at the weather. Now these are signs that is coming. And it could be near, but it's not here yet. Have you been driving down the highway and you say exit 3 miles? It is telling you there's an extra 3 miles. It didn't tell you to turn. It's warning you, slow down, because you're going to have to make an exit. So God tell us, slow down. Slow down. There are many. He didn't say 1, 2, or 10. He said many. And in the short time I've been here on earth, I've seen many, many folks come and go. They call themselves prophets, and I'm listening to them. I said, okay, if you're a prophet and you got everything going for you, why are you poor as I am? If a man can do so much for you, why didn't he do it for himself? You ever watch television? And they tell you this product will grow hair, and they bald-headed. Now, why are you going to buy something to grow hair, and the man who's selling don't have any hair? No, that don't make a whole lot of sense to me. But folks do and say a lot of things. Now, the last scripture I'm going to give you is John. You know, John 10:27. My sheep, now this is what he's saying. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. The Amplified says, the sheep that are my own hear and are listening to my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. That's it. We have to understand what's going on. He said, my sheep know me. Have you ever been in a situation where a whole lot of things are going on? I used to be outside playing, and we'd be shooting marbles, whatever we doing. And everybody's laughing, everybody's talking. My mother will say, Levi, and all that's going on. I heard her through all of that. I know my mother's voice. And I said, that's my mother. Now, I can act like I don't hear her. And sometimes, if I'm in the game and I'm winning like in marbles, and I'm about to win the whole jackpot, I act like I didn't hear. She knew I heard her. Sometimes she would come down, grab me by the ear. Sometimes she'll wait till I get home. She said, when you finish doing dinner and the dishes, you go to bed. You heard me. You heard me call you. But the game was so important. You know, sometimes we get wrapped up in stuff. It gets so important to us. We say, well, I didn't. You hear? You hear. So can nobody fool you? I can't fool you. I can tell you something you want to hear. Now, all of us like to hear things. There are certain things you just want to hear because it makes you feel good. I know that I'm losing hair, and I go to the barber shop every week, and I tell myself, what it look like? You say, it look like what it did last week. You're losing your hair. Now, he can say, well, I see a little growth there. And I feel better. But is there any growth? Just like some ladies will walk up in the mirror and stand up and say, yeah, I did lose a couple pounds. You ain't, look, pinch. You still get that whole handful you was getting last week. So why you getting all the time? Well, I lost. You didn't lose. You gained some. But what happened? We'll allow something, somebody to fool us. Because you want to be fooled. Most people who get fooled want to be a fool. Want. You hear me? I'm saying? Wants to be made a fool of. Because they think they're a little smarter than some folks. Listen, all of us are silly sometimes. And we know it. Sometimes I say, I'm going to be Levi today, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And I do it. Now, that mostly comes when I want to eat some food that I don't have no business eating. Now, you don't have to tell me, because, You ever got a sister that wants to be your mama? You know, she just wants to tell you what to do. Although, look, I'm grown, been grown a long, long time. She's a little growner than I am, right? And she still try to tell me what to do. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, because she's never told me anything wrong. The Bible never tell you anything wrong. It may not give it to you the way you want to take it. Now, if you really want me to do something, sugarcoat it. Sugarcoat it. Oh, Levi, you know, you just my best friend. You know, now you didn't open the gate for me to be a little foolish. I know you're warming me up. Sometimes my nephew called me. Hey, old dude, what's happening? He gets to running in his mouth, and I stop and hold it. What do you want? Because I'm not saying uncle was last week that you got angry with and cut the conversation short. I'm not saying uncle. Don't try to fool me. Tell you, hey, this is what I want. Once I know what's happening, I know what the Bible said. The Bible said there's going to be many false prophets. Cut the TV on. Cut it on. Cut the radio on. There's some prophets that come on and start talking to you, and they go to Matthew 9, 10, 11. Oh, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write that down because that's the lotto number for tomorrow. If he knew the lotto number, you think he'd give it to you? Damn, use common sense. The lotto is what? 200,000, we say. 200 million. I like Raphael. I think Raphael's a wonderful person. I ain't going to give him that number. No.